Hello everyone, it's Barry here to show you another card making tutorial. And today we're going to make a shaker card. Now, shaker cards are not new. No, they have been around for many, many years. However, what is new is the amount of shaker elements that we have to choose from as crafters. I remember in the past, I think we only had maybe little crafters beads and sequins as our shaker elements. Today, however, we have a variety of different textures of shine, of not shine, of poly clay. And I think Keep It Simple has over 260 different shaker elements. And with a shaker card, I think there are three very important aspects in making a shaker card. One is the acetate. The acetate that you have, that is that clear piece that goes over so that the shaker bits can view and be viewed clearly and succinctly and be held in place. Secondly, another very important thing is the acetate, the foamed acetate, either pop-up dots or something that lifts it up so that the shaker bits have freedom to move around. Now, Keep It Simple, for their Back to Basic line, has this wonderful shaker basics. They are 6x9 foam adhesives, and it includes the acetate sheets. What's fun about these 6x9 foam adhesives is that there are three different depths: 2mm, 3mm, and 4mm. Today, I'm choosing the smallest, the 2mm, because the shaker bits that I've chosen for my shaker are small and little beads and little crushes, which gets me to my third most important part of a shaker is the shaker bits. And it's no surprise. Everybody knows that my favorite shaker elements are these shaker bits called crushes. They come in all different colors. What makes them so special and so wonderful is that they come in so many colors. This one right here, it's got some fuchsia. This has got black and gold, which is, of course, my favorite, called Gold Rush. Love it. Gold Rush. Here is one that's called Crush Grape because you can see the purple in it. Today, however, we're going to use River's Edge Crush because Jasmine has got turquoise in her. Plus, I wanted to use some gold. Now, you can kind of see this. You can't really see the shine and the glitter on these, but it's so beautiful and so regal. So we're going to use these. But first, we have to get started. So are you ready to get started? Let's go. Here is a similar card that I'm going to use, and we're going to use the brand new Jasmine Once Upon a Time series, designer cardstock series, Jasmine. She's out now, and it is a lovely, very lovely cardstock. Very beautiful on both sides. Gorgeous, as you can see here. And since I am going to choose Jasmine, I've chosen already two pieces for her. I'm going to use this sparkle kind of background, kind of like stars in a turquoise sky, I guess. And then this beautiful, 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 I don't know, I guess it's sort of maybe a lotus leaf or something design. But we're going to use that for the inside of the aperture. But first, we need to make the background for her. And I'm going to use a little bit of gold, just some regular gold from my stash. And I cut this down to a card size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This will be the frame. It will cover my card completely, just like that, okay? All right, so no white is going to be showing at all. Okay, now we need to cut this one down because I want this one to be my background. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring in my cutter here. I'm going to cut this one down to 5 1/4 by 4. Okay? And by doing this, what that will do, as you will see, is it creates just a little frame around my card. Okay? I like that. Now, what I also want to do is now I need to make my aperture. We're going to put that off to the side. My oval aperture. So now I've got my oval die bits right here, my oval dies. And these are from Keep It Simple too. They're the nesting oval dies. And what I'm going to do is cut the larger of the oval out as my background for my aperture. Now I'm going to cut two things out of this. I'm going to cut my acetate out of the large and my background out of the large. Let me get my die cutting machine here. Okay. So here we go. I'll lay this down here, and I'm not going to use the tape on this yet. I'm just going to do this because that's all I need is this. Okay. I'll put it through. There we go. And then we have the background of our shaker bit. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that acetate from the Shaker Basics. Here you can kind of see it. Now there is a protective coating on this acetate, but I will get to that later. So here I'm going to go ahead and just place and cut the same size of oval out of the acetate. There we go. There we are. You can't really see it, but now I've got my acetate cover. So now we've got two of the four, I guess is what I'm looking for. Now what we're going to do is take my gold. This is another little piece of gold, and I'm going to cut this and use it as a frame, because once we put down that foam adhesive, we want to have a little frame around it that will cover up that white adhesive. So here I go. Now I'm going to use a little bit of my tape here to hold it in place. Now I'm taking one oval, the largest oval, and then I'm taking the oval that's right underneath it, right below it, so the one that's just a little bit smaller, and I'm going to run that through to create a frame. Just like that. Okay. And you'll see here, so you take this off, you can see a beautiful gold frame. Now that's 3. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but to our frame, our shaker adhesive, or foam adhesive rather. And like I said, I'm going to use the two. Oh, here it is. And we're going to do the exact same thing here. We're going to put that on here. We're going to put this here. And again, we're going to line it up as best as we can. Now, what's fun about this adhesive is that it is very strong, and I may need a little piece more. I don't want it to move. So there we go. I'm going to do the best I can here. And I'm just using washi tape. You can use anything. Actually, I do have this purple tape, which is really good for running through die cuts. And it's also thicker. I'm going to use that instead, just to make sure that I keep everything. Keep my two pieces together as a, because what we want to do is we're building another frame, but this will be what, and because there is a protective cover over this, the tape is not sticking very well, but it's going to stick for what we need it to. We'll just carefully put it in the machine here. There we go. I'll take this off. And I'll show you how wonderful these work. All right, here we go. And there it is. And there it is. We have our shaker window, our foam adhesive. So now what we want to do is we want to put it together. And what I do is the middle is cut out, but I want to keep it there to keep its shape. All right? So now I'm going to take my background, and on the back side, I'm just going to release that outer level. Okay? And then I'm going to gently place it on the background, just like that. Now that we have the back on, I can take off that middle portion. There we go. Just like that. Now I did get it a little bit, but that's okay, because the frame is going to hide all of that. Now, you've got this middle piece. Now this is still good, so save it. Put it into a baggie and save it, because you can cut this up and use it for embellishments later on. Okay, so now we have the well. We have the well to put the shaker bits in. So, like I said, we're going to use these lovely, let me show you how pretty these shaker bits are as best I can with the camera. If you can kind of see them, look how pretty they shine. Oh, so pretty. So now I'm just going to drop them in here. Okay, now they're in the base or the well. Put this one in here. Okay. There we go. And then what we can do is take your acetate cover. Now, on the Keep It Simple's Shaker Basics for the acetate sheets, there is a protective cover over this. So it has a little foggy cover right now, which we don't want. So remember when I said you have this foam that's left over from the inside of it? We can use that. Let's just peel back a little bit to expose that adhesive. Now, if I just gently touch on and pull back, look at that. Magic. Magic. It pulls it right off. You can throw it away, and there you go. You can use that for another project. Okay, so now we have our acetate, and we want to put it down to seal up these shaker bits. So what I'm going to do is gently lift up to expose that adhesive. And this is a fun way to do it. What I do is I just like to separate it a little bit, just ripped it in half there, okay? Give it a little tab like that. Now what I can do to make it easier is lay this down on top here where it's not sticky, where it has not been released yet. Make sure that I get it all evenly lined up around the side, hold down, and then press down on the part that has been released, and then go ahead and gently release the paper there. There we go. Isn't that great? Easy, easy, easy. Now we have our frame, and we're just going to take some of our regular glue. Now you can kind of see we've got it. It works really well. Those shaker bits are not going to go anywhere. We're going to go ahead and place a little bit of glue around the edge. Let me get it working just right. There we go. Get a little bit of glue around it. There we go. There we go, just a line of glue. All right, and then I'm going to place this frame, the gold frame, right over the white, get my fingers here a little bit better here, over the white portion to hide that up, hide it. Kind of seals it, makes it complete. Let that glue dry a little bit. While that's drying, let's put that off to the side and let's work on our background. Okay, same thing. We've got our gold. We're going to add a little bit of glue on the background, just like this. There we go. And then I'm going to place it on. Now this should be the same size as my card. And I like wet glue only because it allows me a little bit of wiggle room. So I can make sure that I can move it, slide it right into place so that every bit of corner of the white is completely, as best as possible, completely covered. And then we're going to do the same thing here. This is our piece that's going to go on the back. We're going to add a little glue. Glue around the edge. A little bit down the center. You don't need a lot. And then I'm eyeballing it here, but I just want a little bit of a gold frame around it. And again, just what is that, about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And you can kind of slide it to get it just how you want it. There we go. And there is the base of your card is complete. Now we've got the shaker card. It's your shaker element. And we're going to put that, we're just going to add a little bit of glue on the back of here. There we go. There we are. And we're going to place that down right in the center. And again, I'm just eyeballing it. There we go. Isn't that great? Now all we have to do is embellish. Now, with Jasmine, we've got some ephemera pieces too. So there are all kinds of different, lots of different Jasmine pieces that come with the ephemera pack. And some sayings too, along with the blue genie. We've got Raja, her tiger, Abu, the magic carpet. I went beforehand and I found this beautiful Jasmine right here, and I think she would be lovely right there. I think that's pretty. So let's go ahead and glue her on. I'm not going to pop her up. I'm just going to leave her right on that shaker frame, but I'm only going to do one part of it right here and just glue her down. I want a lot of that shaker window to show. If that makes sense. There. And she's very, very beautiful. Now, what I also thought would be kind of nice is to decorate this gold frame out just a little bit. So again, in the ephemera, I had this little jasmine flower, and I thought, well, that would be really pretty at the top of my shaker frame. Just like that. Just to give it a little bit, just a little bit more decoration. And then above, and then I did a little sentiment here, and I just did this, stamped this out of the sentiment stamps that Keep It Simple has. And I just did enjoy, it's your special day. What's fun about these stamp sets is that the sentiment stamps, they come like this with all these different sayings. This is Christmas. We've also got one that is for let's see, get well, congratulations, all those things. But with these, you'll see that they come with different fonts. So you can kind of customize your saying. And on the backs of these, it gives you some ideas of how you can use the stamps. This is wonderful to have, these sentiment stamps, because when you put all the pieces together, you have unlimited sentiments at your disposal in one stamp set. So there you go. And that's how I did this Enjoy, It's Your Special Day. Now, remember, I had this little piece here, this extra piece. And since it's staying up here a little bit, I'm just going to cut off a little corner of the adhesive, just like that. And what I'm going to do is just put it right here, because, you know, it's popped up a little bit. I'm going to put it on the back side right here, as you can kind of see, and then release that adhesive. Because there is the lip of the actual aperture, the shaker window, and then a little bit of wet glue, because that's going to go down there. But what I wanted to do is put that there, and see, then I can glue it down, and there it is. Enjoy your special day. Isn't that great? And then lastly, just for fun, I found this little heart in the ephemera pieces, and I thought, I'm going to add a little heart. And I'll just put that right there. Now it's kind of fun. I added a little bit. She sticks out over the edge, which I like. Makes her come forward a little bit. And the heart as well. And there you go. And there's your shaker card. Really, really easy using stuff that you have at home. Elements here from Keep It Simple, the die set, the ephemera pieces, and the nice pattern paper. I hope you had fun with me today. I certainly did. And we'll come back again next time when I'll share another secret with you, another card making. Thank you.